Well, hello and welcome to IRL GT4, and it's round 9, Kyoto Myabi, or something like that at least. And what a race we seem to have in for us then. We can go, I can walk you through the grid then. So, we have Rob Small here today, still a Team Calsonic driver. Alright, and Keelan, not sure which team he is, if he might just be a privateer too. Andre Pastana is here, of course. He's joined by his teammate, Jorge Correa. Then we have Jack and Nino finally back racing for Nexus Racing. So, as we know, Jack has been up there pretty much every race. Nino shown pace, but he's missed a lot of races. Marcel Holler still for the Jägermeister Racing. And then we have Lance LeBrun, who's parted ways with Chris Ryan and is now in the Lamborghini. That's a privateer. We have Volnik David, and he has his teammate Jared Fosbury here too. Jeremy Pope, Team Calsonic, as we're starting quali. Looks like the first driver to do a lap will be Lance LeBrun, and I will have to say I really do like that Lamborghini with well, yeah, it looks like the first driver to start a lap might be Marcel, I believe, as he has just started his lap in his BMW. And what will he be able to do? It's gonna be a 40 flat, but look at the new driver Keel in, well, I'm not exactly sure which car that is, might be the Jag actually, but look at that, a 39.5 and straight up to pole. Mr. Jared Fosbury goes second so far, so looks like that Ferrari is working better for him than the previous Merc he was driving. Andre Pastana also up there once again in third so far. As we see Volnik David crashing. Kind of was spinning, I think, first. About Jorge, he's been at the back of the grid the whole season except for one race, and there he's off. That's his lap ruined. Maybe Lance LeBrun looks like he might be on a lap. You can See in the background there, Jeremy Pope too. Jeremy in his Nissan. Ooh, and that is too wide. Too wide by Jeremy. Rob, he struggled all season, especially with the braking on the car. He's also shown glimpses of what we know him for. Ooh, and it looked like there was some battling behind there. Just about 10 minutes left of quali as we see Rob Small over the line. It's gonna be a 40.5. Oh, and look at this. Jack has gone fastest so far. Is down on his time right now. Good day to you, Jorge. I am good, I guess. Oh, as Killen has done a 39.2. A tenth ahead of Jack then. Jeremy just a couple of tenths behind Jack too. As Jeremy is catching up to Laz. Oh, and they're both a little off track. But oh, and there's a crash. Well, not a huge crash, but it is a bump between these two here. And what about Nino? He's been absent for a lot of races. He's finally back. What can he do? As we have 8 minutes left of quali. Nino. And we can see that Marcel has just gone third with a 39.5. As Jorge does a 40 flat, but what about Nina? It's gonna be a 39. Might have not been valid actually. Keelan still in the lead, a 10th ahead of Jack. And we're now, ooh, and only a 10th down on his lap there. Ooh, as he gets a slide into turn 1. Have to say he does have a nice livery on that. I believe it's the Jag. Ooh, so he gets a small slider, but it's obvious that this lap is fast. It's not gonna be fast enough, I believe. 39.42. Ooh, and look at this. Jack has done a 39.199, which puts him provisional pole by half a tenth down to Kiel. As Jared has just put in a strong lap too, only a tenth of Kiel. As he does a better lap, and it's just 200ths off Kiel, and the fight for pole is close today. We also have Marcel just 2 tenths behind Jared, and you have Jeremy 2 tenths behind there again. Then it's the 2 Portuguese drivers. As we see Ivan Brito giving some support to the 2 Portuguese drivers. And right now we are watching Jorge as he passes the line, doing a 39. Ooh, and that is 2 thousandths ahead of Jeremy, as we have Nino just sneaking in front of him. You can see that it's hard to give people the necessary gaps to make runs for it right now. Kiel still out on track, still wanting to beat that time of Jack. As we see Kiel in his Jag. Into this hairpin. Taking a wide line into the last chicane. But into the pit. What about Fosbury? He's on an out lap, so we're gonna follow him on his lap now, as it's 4 minutes left of quali. Jared Fosbury in around the first corner. Up to the first split, and he's up on his time right now. I am pretty well, Ivan, pretty well. Ooh, but Fosbury down on his time in the second sector. What about through the last corners? It's gonna be a 39, but is it gonna be... Ooh, and it's an improvement, and it's half a tenth off Jack, just 5 thousandths ahead of Gil. And what a fight we have for pole today. What about Marcel? He's been up there since he joined this season. Will we see him be able to get himself closer than he is right now, or is that BMW just not good enough today? Well, one thing's for sure, the BMW is good enough. As we see Marcel going over the line, it's going to be a 39, but it's not going to be good enough to improve. One thing is for sure, it's going to be a close quali today, as the best time so far is a 39.199 by Jack. What about Jorge? Will we see an improvement from him soon? He's not on a lap, I believe. Jeremy, on the other hand, he looks to be on a lap, as you can see him trying to get the most out of the car in every corner. And Nissan has treated Jeremy well this season. He's sitting in the championship lead. He goes into the pit. What about Andre Pastana? Could he... Alright, he's 10th down in the first sector. So he might be on a lap. Second sector, a 10th and a half. As there is someone setting themselves up for a lap, that is Nino. So right after Andre, we're gonna jump over to Nino. As Andre does a 30, it's not an improvement. As Nino has just been into the pit. Oh. See Jack around the first corner. What about you, Ivan? You good? Jack, half a tenth ahead. Oh, as we have some more supporters for Jorge and Andre. And it's Bruno Pinto. Oh, and look at this. It's a 38.930 by Jack. Is anyone gonna be able to contend with that lap? Keelan is out. He's down on his lap so far. He could maybe go for another lap after this one. As we see Keelan jumping into the pit, so he's not gonna beat Jack. What about Fosbury? Does he have what it takes? It's gonna be a 39.5, so it's not even close to Jack there. Marcel, he's it through the last few corners now. It's gonna be a 39.7, it's not an improvement. Nino, and his final lap has been abysmal. But it looks like he has one last shot. No. Oh, and more supporters for the two Portuguese drivers by Laurentino Angelico. Sorry if I mispronounced that name. I am not Portuguese. I am guessing you are. Oh, and it looks like we're missing some drivers starting this race. As it's a good start by Marcel. But it's a restart. Or a restart. Yeah, that sounds more correctly. Alrighty. So it's 3 Portuguese supporters for the 2 Portuguese drivers so far. And I got to say, they're definitely the team with the most supporters at the moment. As we're then waiting for the restart to happen. Well, for all you watching the race then, who do you think is going to end on the podium? I'm expecting to see a lot of votes for Jorge and Andre. Well, a lot and a lot, at least a few. And I have a feeling this is going to be an interesting race to watch. Jeremy seems to be a bit of the quickest guys today, but he knows that a win doesn't win you the championship. It is consistency, and he does have consistency. He's had that all season. So there's some revving of things there. And that is Marcel. Oh, seems like there is some revving for Nino too. What about Jared? Or Rob? Come on, Keelan. Let's hear the engine of your car. Nothing there. Nobody else revving the engine right now. Waiting for the race to start. And I'm gonna guess my 3 drivers for the podium today. And I'm gonna say that Jack is gonna get second. It's just typical that he does. Then I'm guessing Keelan for first today in his debut, and I'm guessing Jeremy in third. He might. I'm not exactly sure where he will be starting, but I just have a feeling he'll be able to recover up. As it looks like because of lobby issues that we might get a new lobby up. Revving his engine. To answer your question, Bruno, I'm not exactly sure how many laps they are doing today. I think it's about 44 laps. Well, it could be 30 something too, but I think it's 40. And yes, we are leaving this room, it looks like. Yeah, so it's leave this room then. Bugged lobby. Telling you one thing's for sure, GTS have to fix that. It happens too often. So we're just gonna have a look here for a moment. Oh, trust me, Bruno. I've experienced a lot more bugged lobbies in GTS than in F1. Trust me, a lot more. as Jared gets into this discussion. Well, hopefully it'll be sorted when the new lobby is up, and I believe this is the one. And yes, you can see mine is and GT4 there. Oh, you might have become third in quali, Jared, but you're not gonna keep that in the race. Sorry, don't think you will. And now we're gonna hear a listen, right? And we can see that Andre is here, Kiln is here. So who do people think will win today? My bet is Kiln. Oh yes, Andre. The NSX. Listen to that Ferrari engine. Oh yes, the NSX has some nice engine sound there. What about Jeremy? Will he give us some revving in his Nissan? Doesn't look like it. Come on, Kilo. Look at that. Jared doesn't even know how to run an engine properly. So just waiting on a few drivers. Then we have both the Nexus team drivers. No, we only have Jared here. Voda is not there yet. Oh yes. Looks like we're waiting on full Nick at least. Marcel should be here too. Marcel here too. Only missing Volnik. Come on, Rob. Give us some of the sound now. Volnik is here now. Nino, Jorge. Looks like we have everyone here. I'm guessing. Guessing that we're just waiting on Jeremy to sort out the grid. Well, can't be too long until we get this race going. And we should be good to go at last. As it's gonna be Jack in front of Keelon, then Fosbury, Marcel, and it's 44 laps then. As we are going underway, and it looks like a good start by Marcel once again. Oh, look at this, Jeremy, as Jared probably has had the worst start of the whole grid, dropping down to 5th position. Jared, however, is coming back at Jeremy. Trying at least, and look at this, Jared up to 4th again. But Jeremy down the inside, and it's a crash between Jeremy and Jared. Oh, and that is Jeremy. Jeremy's gonna have to recover his race then. While in the meantime, Lance has gotten himself up to 6th. Keelon has gotten himself past Jack. and his Jag is looking extremely good right now. But he has a feisty looking Ferrari of Jack right in his mirror. Further down the field we can see Nino up to 4th, hounding Marcel for that 3rd place. Right behind him we see Fosbury in his Ferrari. Ooh, as Nino goes around the outside of Marcel, going into the last chicane, will he make the move? He's gonna stick behind for the time being, but he's gonna go to the inside on the main straight, and he looks down the straight line speed to do it. Into the first corner, it's Nino Romanello past Marcel, and up to 3rd as we see Mr. Fosbury on the inside of Marcel too, and it's down to 5th for Marcel. Oh, as we are getting some battling between the 2 Portuguese drivers of Andre and Jorge. I know we have a few Portuguese guys watching, so let's give them a little something of these two. Ooh, as Jorge is also under attack from Rob Small. And right now it's Andre in 6th and Jorge in 7th. But look at these two though, they're looking so evenly matched. Oh, and something's happened to Kiel. I am not exactly sure what happened, but he's down to 3rd, Jack is up to 1st, Nino is up to 2nd, and the Nexus team are really doing their best today. But look at this though, Marcel, Kiel, Fosbury 3 wide into his left-hander. And it's gonna be a spin by Fosbury. And he did not want to give up that position, but as we can see, 3 wide there did not work out well. Jeremy on the other hand, after his early incident, is up to 7th again. In the meanwhile, Kiel is all alone right now, the same. Oh, but look at this. Nino Romanello catching up to his teammate Jack. Oh, and he wants to get past. On the other hand, look at this though, the 2 Portuguese drivers, Andre and Jorge, right behind Marcel now. They are not gonna give Marcel a break, they are gonna hound him like they can. Look at this, Andre trying to figure out where he's gonna try it on Marcel. Marcel looks to be struggling today. Ooh, and look at Sneaky, he wants the inside lane before the last chicane there. He might have a good run at Marcel now, on to the start-finish straight. You can also see that Marcel has gotten his pace up again, he isn't that far off Kiel. Now we can see that Nino has lost a lot of time to his teammate. He's getting catched by Kiel. But right now, look at Andre. He's trying to find a way past Marcel Holler. And what a battle for fourth at the moment, with Andre right behind Marcel. Jorge right behind Andre, and nah, it's Andre just defending his position by taking the inside lane. Jorge, however, is trying to stick it around the outside, but he can't get past. And you can see Jeremy in the background getting ready to pick up the pieces. Fastest lap of the race so far, Nino Romanello with a 39.4. And what about up front now? There is a gap between the first three drivers. It's really this battle for fourth that is the closest. So we can see that Volnik down in 8th, have a gap behind him and ahead of him. Then you have Fosbury catching up to his teammate Volnik. Behind him we have Rob, but then we have Lance all the way behind at last. I am not sure, but I think he's got to have made a pit stop, looking at how far behind he is. But it looks like right now, well, look at this. Yeah, right now it is the gaps between 4th, 5th and 6th that is the most interesting. It's the two Portuguese drivers trying to find a way past Marcel Holler, as we see that Jorge has picked up a slowdown. And look at this, Andre seems to have a big advantage in the second sector over Marcel. Oh, as Marcel seems to have missed his line a little going into this last chicane. And Andre, he's really close this time. Might we see him making a move on the inside? But he's just not close enough yet. Oh, as I think there might have been a small tap there between these two. Oh, and it is Attic Marshall in the chat now. Good to see you there. But look at Marcel, he's under a lot of pressure from these two right now. What about further off the field? There's still big gaps there. Oh, and look at this. Volnik is catching up to Jeremy. It looks like Volnik has gotten his pace sorted now for this race. We've seen him struggle in a lot of races this season, but right now he is looking like he has his pace back. We can also see Fosbury right behind these two. And Jeremy seems to be struggling a little this race. Not really able to keep up with Marcel and the two Portuguese drivers either. Well, if you're still there, Marshall, what is your guess for top 3? Is it gonna be whoever is in top 3 now, or do you think somebody else will make it? And look at Volnik as he's gotten past Jeremy. And Volnik, is this a return to his old self we see right now? But look at Jeremy, he is struggling. He is now under pressure from Fosbury. Alright, so Marshall prediction is Jared in last. Gotta go with you on that one actually. And look at this. Oh, as Jeremy has a slowdown, that is not what he needs right now. What about the two? Oh, as we see Andre Posada finally getting the move done on Marcel Holler. Through that fast right, left, right-hander there. Oh, and it looks like Jeremy was on the grass, which has lost him his position to Fosbury. As we see Keel going into the pit from 3rd position. But look at this, Marcel, he's gonna try it. Well, I can give you my guess, Marshall. My guess earlier was that Jack is gonna get second, Jeremy is gonna get third, and Keelan is gonna win. Even though it might not look like it right now. That is still my guess for today's podium. And look at Marcel, though he is under a lot of pressure again, but not from Andre this time. It's from Jorge. Jorge will try the outside lane on Marcel. He's not gonna be able to do it this time. As we see that Nino has also dived into the pit now. Jared's gone into the pit, which leaves Jack in the lead, still ahead of Andre, then Marcel. But look at this though, Volnik. Oh, Volnik almost loses it, but both him and Jorge gets through that. But Volnik looks a lot better right now than he's done earlier in this season. There might be him getting used to this Ferrari now. But the Merc was really just not fitting him, fitting his driving. But look at Jack, solid in the lead still. Lapped Fosbury. As it looks like he's letting Fosbury go actually. What a battle we've had here all race. As we see Jorge on Marcel Holler down the inside. But Marcel keeps his position for now. Well, one thing's for sure, Marcel doesn't really look like he has the pace today. It looks like he has pace today too, but as he dives into the pit, but it looks like everyone else is a little closer to the top today than usual. As we see Nino down in fourth after his pit stop. 8 seconds ahead of Keelan, so his pit stop got to have been a lot better. As we can see that Andre is catching up to Jack right now. And further down the field we can see that Jeremy now is gonna get some pressure from Marcel. And we are gonna be looking at... Well, Jeremy seems to be holding his ground. Another supporter from the two Portuguese drivers. Rooting for Jorge and Andre to get first and second. I think that is gonna be quite difficult to get today, as Jack is looking quite dominant. And especially with Nino catching up to the two also, as he has also done his pit stop. I'm not sure if people are gonna do 1 or 2 stops today. I think they're all gonna be looking for a 1 stop. Keelan, that looked so good earlier, is looking a little worse now, but of course we might see him getting more back to it later. Oh, but look at this! Lance LeBrun on the inside of Jeremy. Oh, but he's on the grass now. And one driver who's gonna, well, yeah, one driver who's gonna take advantage of this was Marcel, as he's gotten past Lance. Then Jeremy on the other hand is still right ahead of him. Then we see the 2 Ferrari drivers of Jared and Volnik following each other. Rob Small seems to have the most difficult race today. And look at it, Marcel is really hounding. Ooh, Marcel is looking for a run on Jeremy. He might have just gotten it onto the main straight there now. He's catching up to, well, he's actually losing time down the straight. So he seems to struggle with his straight line speed today. As Jeremy's trying to get a little of that slowdown penalty off a bit at a time. As we see, Jack has been into the pit, which leaves the two Portuguese drivers in the lead right now. It's Andre Pastana ahead of Jorge Correa. Then we see Nino Romanello in third for the Nexus Racing team. And we have his teammate Jack in fourth, just a few seconds behind Nino, as Jack is going wide off to the grass, but he manages to keep it. And then we have the two Portuguese drivers pitting, which leaves Nino in first right now with over half the race done. We have the two Nexus Racing team drivers in front. Keelan is in third, 6 seconds behind Jack. Then you have Andre Pastana coming out in fourth position. So he's done a brilliant job so far. You have Marcel in fifth, and then you have Jeremy in sixth right now. Fosbury in seventh, Volnik in eighth, and Jorge, who has lost a lot of time to his teammates in the pits, in ninth. Then it's Lance LeBrun in 10th and Rob Small in 11th. And look at this, Jack is gaining time on Keel. He's catching on Nino. It looks like it is his race to lose today. See that Lance is just letting Jack by. He's a lap down, so no point of fighting that. Could just end up at the stewards. Jack right on the tail of Nino now. Are these two gonna fight it, or are they gonna play team tactics? I don't think Nino wants to let Jack by. I think Nino wants to win, but it looks like he's just letting Jack by on the straight. They're gonna play the team game. They're gonna go for the best result possible for their team. Number 36 and number 24. And you see Keel as he's 9.5 seconds behind Nino now. It doesn't look like Keel is able to keep his pace up as these two are. And what about Andre getting chased by Marcel? Ooh, and what a save we'll get from Marcel as he loses the back end, but manages to save it. He lost a little time to Andre, but he is still there as we're closing into lap 30 now. And what about Jorge? Just a few seconds behind Marcel, but he has Fosbury and Voda only just a little over a second behind him. Then behind there we can see that Jeremy, he has struggled massively today. The pace has just not been there. He's down in 9th, he's 13 seconds behind Volnik, 10 seconds ahead of Lance, who's also been struggling today. Rob Small in 11th also had a struggle. Jack on the other end looks perfect today. He's been there from the start of the race, and he's gonna take this win with ease if nobody happens now. Nino in second also. Had a brilliant race today as he's gaining time on Kiel. Oh, as Kiel has just put it on the grass and is getting attacked by Andre now. Andre is there too. Ooh, as Kiel loses the back a little again, and I am not sure what's happened with Kiel. He has to have some tire issues as he's going into the pit again, which leaves then... Oh, and Nino into the pit too, so... Oh, Nino was lightly fueled, so he has been going for a 2-stop. It's gonna be interesting to see where people end up then. We might see more people stopping again towards the end. But this leaves then Andre Pastana in second place for the time being, with only 12 laps remaining. But right behind him we have Marcel Holler in his BMW, ready to strike at any possibility. And behind him Jorge Correa, who struggled a big portion of the beginning of the season, but now is more up there. He looks better for every race, and he's now in the fight for second at the moment. Mr. Fosbury also struggled a lot in the beginning of the season, same with his teammate Volnik. Both of these two showing good pace today, but can they keep Nino off though? Nino just been in for his got to have been last pit stop, and he's now gonna be driving quickly to get ahead of these drivers. Kiel, who struggled massively before his pit stop, now 7.5 seconds behind Nino. As it looks like he's catching a little. And look at this, Jorge is right on the tail of Marcel Holler now. And we might see a move into turn 1. Jorge's thinking about it, but it's just not gonna do it. He's gonna try to go on the inside of the exit of turn 1, and he's gotten the move done on Marcel Holler. What a brilliant performance by Jorge right now. And what about Nino? He is right behind Mr. Jared Fosbury now, as we see that Volnik has either he's been off track, I believe. Well, Jack is pretty far in the front. Shall we see? Oh, we gotta have a look at this first. Nino on Jared. Is there gonna be a move into turn 1? It doesn't look like it right now. Jack is 16 seconds in front of Andre Pastana right now for Fortnite 57, who was wondering. And it looks like the two Portuguese drivers are pulling a little away from Marcel. Fosbury, however, he's getting attacked by Nino, and Nino has gotten past Fosbury. Up to 5th for Nino, 4 seconds up to Marcel. I think Nino might have picked the wrong strategy today. He is quick now, but I think it's a little too much to get himself back into as good of a position as he was in earlier. Struggling right now. So it is Ball Boy who is rooting for Jack in the lead. Well, so we have one supporter for Jack there then. As we see that Nino is getting closer and closer to Marcel. Marcel decides to pit, so what will the two Portuguese drivers do then, as Marcel has chosen to pit? And Nino is catching, but he can't be catching fast enough with just 6 more laps to go. And 4.5 seconds up to Jorge. Nino is pushing everything he has right now. Further down the field we have Marcel and Jeremy. As Jeremy is right. Ooh, and I think we had someone off track there. Oh, and it is Kiel. He has been off track, and what a disaster of a debut he is having right now. As he's just gotten lapped by Jack. He was in the fight for the win to begin with. He was in the fight for a pole. But right now everything's just gone badly. As we see Marcel going for a move on Volnik. Around the outside in this left-hander, and he gets the inside here, and Volnik and Jeremy is off track, but Jeremy manages to keep it pretty well and gets 7th then. Further up the field we can... Oh, and Jorge has lost his car and is down to 5th now. This could be the tires just being completely gone, and we can see that Nino is catching quickly now. He's gonna be looking for that 2nd place. Nonetheless, if he can keep this position, he will be on the podium, but right now he wants that 2nd. He wants to make Nexus Racing Team a 1-2 today, and I believe this might be their biggest chance of doing it the whole season. 2.7 up to Andre. Come on, Romanello. And what about further down the field? We don't seem to have any battles right now. Poor Kiel, who has just not gotten his race where he wants it. Jack, on the other hand, seems to just be cruising around right now. Nino, on the other hand, he is not cruising. He is pushing it all out of that car as he is catching Andre. As I see that we have another supporter for the Portuguese team, and right now it looks like everyone who's rooting for the 2 Portuguese drivers might get one of them on the podium with 2 laps left. Nino is catching up heavily to Andre, but behind Nino there is almost 8 seconds down to Fosbury. And Jorge, he might have had that mistake, but he's still sitting 5th. It's still going to be one of his best races this season, as we see a lot of drivers has gone wide there. But Nino Romanello going for the move into turn 1 on Andre. Andre coming back on the inside. But Nino is coming back on the inside now on the exit. This is going to be a drag race to this fast left-right-hander. But it looks like Andre has it so far, as Nino is gonna go for it down in this hairpin, and there is a little bumping, but Nino seems to have gotten the position as they're going on to lap 44 now, I believe. And what a battle we got there. It's the final lap now, so Andre, Andre might actually be coming back at Nino, as I can see the gap is just above just a few tenths now. We can see Lance trying to stay out of this battle, just letting the drivers get past, but it looks like Nino has this position now, as Jack has gotten the win around this in round 9. Nino looks to be getting P2 after a brilliant race and a brilliant charge through the field at the end there. Andre Pestana in 3rd. Fosbury is gonna get 4th, as we see Kiel making some donuts, I believe. Making a crash between him and Fosbury there. Jorge Correa in 5th. It's as we see a lot of drivers getting rid of their slowdowns. Marcel in 6th, Jeremy Pope in 7th, Volnik David in 8th, Lance LeBrun in 9th, Kiel in 10th, and Rob Small in 11th. And what a race we got today. There was always a battle, and what a charge by Nino at the end to get that 2nd place. that was... I will have to say, when I saw Nino pitting at the end there, I really didn't think he had enough laps to get back at the front, but my god, he made an effort for it, and my god, he got it in the end. And I believe that should be their first 1-2 of the season for Nexus Racing Team, with Jack in front of Nino. And with that, I will be... it's a difficult one for me to decide today, but when it comes to driver of the day, I think I will nominate Nino for me actually. It's difficult between him and Jack. Jack did a solid race, leading the race all the way through, but Nino didn't have the best starting position. He made his way through, and he had to make his way through at the end. So my vote goes to Nino today. With that, it's been round 9. Next round will be round 10, around, I believe, Interlagos, which means that we are heading to Brazil next time out. And that will be next Saturday at 6 PM as usual. Although, if you don't want to wait that long before the next race on this channel, you will have to wait to tomorrow at 4:30 PM when we are doing the summer season in F1, which means realistic cars, which means a lot of chaos usually. But for now, this has been IRL GT4 Kyoto Myabi round 9. I've been Z3, your host, also known as Sondre Sorhaug. And make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more. With that, good night and thank you to everyone who's been watching.